Hi, welcome to the Quinta. And we had the driest December since 1931. And March is already appearing to more than make up for that. We've got a huge amount of water coming down the hill. And I'll just show you what it was like yesterday. Oh, goodness me, what a storm. It's going to be pretty difficult making a decent video this week if this carries on. It's due for the next few days. So, I don't know whether you can even hear me. Just having a look and see the polytunnel amazingly is still there. But we've got forecasts of very strong winds coming through, and goodness me, we've got things flying around everywhere. And yeah, really just trying to stay warm and dry. The amount of drafts that are coming through the house is something quite spectacular. Yeah, if the wind comes down the hill and fills up that polytunnel, it's going to go all the way to Kansas. Getting through our firewood stores, so I'm going to have to do some firewood chopping today, but I've done quite a lot of that on video recently, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take you and we're going to go and have a look at some of the trees that I've planted and see how they're getting on. Look at all of this water coming down the hill. As well as flying down the hill, it's also pooling nicely, and we've managing to keep quite a lot of it where we want it. Here we go, we've got a little pond just here to allow infiltration of water. And guess what? It's just started raining again. Oh well, can't be helped. We need to get that firewood in. All this weather has turned the cats into meowing sponges. They sort of come up to the door and they are absolutely soaked through, poor things. The dogs are slightly reluctant to go outside unless they absolutely have to. And me too, frankly. Water you can see here running through my vegetable bed, overflowing and going down to the other vegetable bed. That's just overflow from the reservoir. Right, so let's have a look at these little trees. Okay, the swells are collecting water and we've got some nice buds. It's all looking good. No leaves yet. I think these are cherries, but I can't actually remember exactly what I planted. Should have labelled them really. Right, some more trees. Yeah, so you see they're just starting to burgeon. I'll see how it goes, but I'll probably come and prune that one in due course. And same with this one. Now, I think this is, if I'm not entirely wrong, a plum. God, I hadn't noticed how high the graft was in this one. Could have planted that a bit lower. So, things are still springing into life, which is brilliant. I've got a couple of cuttings to plant, mock orange, and I've also got from Cheryl and Tuck, they gave me some willow, weeping willow, as opposed to the upright one, which is mostly what we've got here. So I think it might be an ideal day to get those planted as well. Meow. Hello, number 3. Oh, you're all damp, aren't you? Yes. It doesn't seem to bother them as much as you might think. Right, just in this field I planted a load of oats, so I wonder if they're starting to come up. Looks like grass and brambles to me. still, again, successfully keeping the water here and percolating down. Now, I don't know whether these are, looks like just grass, doesn't it? Well, maybe we'll get something. I've probably fed the local mice, which in effect feeds the cats. I haven't really got the correct equipment to drill seeds like that, so I sort of go over it with the tractor and then rake it in. I suspect I'm probably turning up a load of weed seeds by doing that. Let me know whether you have any tips on that. Let's go and have a look at planting that willow then. Let's take a log down as I go. Who just crept up on me and scared me? You did. Hello. You gonna come and plant some trees with me? Or are you just gonna stay there with your bone? Hmm? Hello, Maya. Hello, what have you been up to? Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa. So I thought you were all inside and you all came and crept up on me, didn't you? Yeah, you're damp. Right, so these are the willows, cuttings of. I think Tuck said that he just cut them off the tree and they have all started to sprout by themselves. So I'll go and shove those in the ground down in the cloud. Am I being growled at? Hello. Hello. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to shove one in here because I've got this little pond and there was once upon a time this glorious chestnut here. So I'm going to nick off the bits that I don't want. There we go. And I'm just going to shove this in here and hope that it develops some roots. Let's get you nicely down in contact with the water and with the earth underneath. Nice. We've had a bit of a collapse. Look at this. Huge amount of earth has fallen down and luckily not completely blocked up the mine. Well, that's going to be a job for another day. Are you having a drink? Come on, you. There's a cat down there, and cats are good playthings. Butter wouldn't melt. So while they're beating each other up, I shall make my way down the hill and see whether they find their way down a different way to see me. They may or may not. I should have brought the chainsaw with me. Oh well. So today, not really a huge amount going on, I'm afraid. It's just one of those things that we are really beholden to the weather. And when it's completely disgusting, the motivation to do stuff really does tail off because you just know you're going to get absolutely soaked to the skin. You going for a walk? So, we appear to have got a riverbed rather than a road. I put a load of gravel down and instead of staying here, it's all gone down the way. In this tank is a lot of willow, but it's upright. It doesn't weep like this stuff. Another water mine, plenty coming out of that, and we've got quite a substantial stream, so I'm going to plant it over here. Wow, it's the first time I've actually seen this little channel filled up with water. That is really quite impressive. I'll have to come and dig it out so that the water comes down to here. Ah! Can you see my brush? Right. Jump. Goodness me, look at all of the water. Absolutely astonishing. More willow. Okay, right, this looks like a good spot to shove in one of these. So again, I'm gonna just choose a sprout. I might leave a couple on this one just to give it a fighting chance. I'm literally just gonna shove it in to the ground. There we go. It's all right. And whew, this one I'm just going to shove in here. How about that? So all of this. I wouldn't be surprised if this wall collapses. Right, I've put in previous videos, I don't know whether you can see, but there's two what are they called? Walnuts. And they like water as well, so that's a good thing. I suspect that it's going to be a fairly short video today, so I'm going to thank you very much indeed for coming on the journey. I've noticed that almost 3,000 people have now subscribed to the channel, and that's really humbling. Thank you so much. It's amazing to have lots of people coming along and sharing your comments and hopefully enjoying some of the ranting that I go on about. Come on, you. I put into the previous video a little call to action, as it were. If you would like to help us with some fruit trees and get a shout out on the channel, there's a link to buy me a coffee down below, or you can hit super thanks and make sure you send me a message. We really want to bring as much of this back into production as we possibly can. It gives us an incentive to manage it rather than just mowing. God, I'm getting out of breath walking up here. Come on, monsters. Maya! Chewing up your daughters. This is a chestnut that we grafted, and that's doing really, really well actually. Nice. Hey, it's taken well. This is the area that we cleared the other day, and you can see it's got loads and loads of flowers popping up in amongst everything. It all looks a little bit messy still, and this really should be under cover. Another chore. So thanks very much indeed for coming on the journey as ever, and I shall see you next time. I'm off to go and do some chainsawing, and probably then a nice warm cup of tea. Polytunnel's still standing, just. Hello, sponge number 2. Honestly. I suppose you're just resigned to it, aren't you, really? Okay, let's plant these mock oranges. They've been soaking in a bucket. Ugh. Nice. So, with any luck, these will do well. Beautiful plant. Thanks again to Cheryl and Tuck. We actually had these in our garden in the UK. And I always regretted not bringing a cutting, but you're not supposed to do that, bring things over borders. So I was very glad to find this. And it's, I think my grandmother actually had mock orange in her wedding bouquet. Right, I can go out of the way. Rinse and repeat. This specimen is slightly sturdier. Nice. Right. No need to water that in. I think the weather's going to do it for us. Of course, it's an ideal day to get on with doing some tidying up in the cellar. Literally just gone to go and upload that footage and the sun's come out. Absolutely beautiful. And whether you can see, that's where we planted the willows, all glistening with water. Glorious. Certainly true what they say about the weather changing fast in the mountains.